What's up, guys? It's Benny. Let's end the weekend and kick off a brand new week with good news and even better news. Jasmine Crockett may be out of a job. Jasmine Crockett, the most insufferable member of Congress, may have lost her district in the Texas redistricting. This is something that Texas has a right to do in order to ensure that their state and the districts in it represent the will of the people of Texas and not the will of very smooth-brained, sad, woke people who barely speak English, or at the very least can code switch. Jasmine Crockett went to a very nice school, was raised in a very nice part of town. She went to a private school. Did you know that? She went to an elite college that is very expensive, like $100,000 a year. Yeah, Jasmine Crockett is code switching and role playing and has ghetto stolen valor, I guess you'd call it. But anyway, all of it's for naught, because apparently Texas GOP's new map would move Crockett's district. She wouldn't be able to live in it anymore. Her home is out of her district and slashing Democrat seats. A Texas GOP map would kick firebrand Democrat Jasmine Crockett out of her own district and likely add more House seats to the Republican delegation. Last week, Texas House Republicans introduced redistricting. Jasmine Crockett would now no longer be living then in her district. Crockett, who serves the 30th Democrat congressional district, which represents a large part of Dallas, has called the redistricting effort to power grab to silence voters. That's right, Jasmine Crockett out.
It's an accident that Donald Trump picked up the phone, called down to Texas, told Abbott what he was going to do, and like a small, ridiculous child, he just fell in order. I don't think any of that was an accident. But
shut up. You're not from Texas. You don't represent Texas. You know nothing about Texas. This is not your real accent. She has nothing to do. She's raised in St. Louis. She went to a private, very fancy, elitist private Catholic school in St. Louis, and then went to a private college that's very expensive. And all of it's fake. All of it's code switching. It's not real. So anyway, Jasmine Crockett is now sounding alarm that she will lose her seat. It just gets better and better and better. So wait, Texas is going to give us 5 new Republican House seats and boot Jasmine Crockett. It's Christmas in August. Yeah, take the trash out. Texas Republican-controlled legislature, a new redistricting map places Jasmine Crockett's address outside of her district, forcing her to campaign among unfamiliar voters who are expected to largely oppose her re-election bid. Nice. Jasmine Crockett railing against the Anglo majority of Texas district. The math ain't mathin'. Yeah. This clip is unbelievable. It's her just like talking about how there's too many white people in Texas and how white people represent Texas. Like the ladies, Democrat women behind her are just perfect, iconoclast. Yeah, so Jasmine Crockett may be out of a district, and Texas, well, may have lost all of their Democrats. And what do I mean by that? Well, Democrats have now fled the state of Texas. To my Democrat colleagues, I just left the state of Texas to break quorum, to stop Trump's redistricting power grab. If this sounds familiar, the Texas Democrats did this like a couple of years ago when Texas was passing voter security laws. And so this beta cuck released this video.
Hey, Representative James Tallarico from Texas. If you're seeing this video, my Democratic colleagues and I have just left our beloved state to break quorum and stop Trump's redistricting power grab. Trump told our Republican colleagues to redraw the political maps here in Texas in the middle of the decade to get him 5 more seats and protect his majority in Congress. They're turning our districts into crazy shapes to guarantee the outcome they want in the 2026 elections. If this power grab succeeds, they will hang on to power without any accountability from the voters. But Texas Democrats are fighting back. We're leaving the state, breaking quorum, and preventing Republicans from silencing our voices and rigging the next election. We are not fighting for the Democratic Party. We are fighting for the Democratic.
Okay, shut up. So shut up. Listen, this is the Texas map. This is the Texas map. I don't see any crazy Democrat states. It's Democrat shaped. I literally see just like squares, which is what like congressional maps should look like. Now, some of the districts look a little funny, but they're all Republican districts. So whatever. the Democrat districts are like just little blue dots, which is what they should be, because the only places that Democrats represent are the hellscapes of inner cities where there's projects and massive buildings of people on government subsidies where you can just, run the voting tabulation machines through. Okay, so this is the Republican map of Texas. This is a map of the state that they just fled to. They're saying that there's crazy districts. There's the crazy shapes of districts. Look at some of these districts around Chicago. Look at this district right here. Look at the gerrymandering. Look at these gerrymandering a-holes. Look at this. Illinois is literally the most gerrymandered state on earth, and they're escaping to it in order to what? J.B. Pritzker brokers deal to host 30 Texas Democrats in Chicago for a week-long plot against GOP redistricting plan. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker is now playing host to 30 rogue Democrats who fled the Lone Star State to block the mid-decade redistricting vote backed by Donald Trump. The Texas Democrats once again resorting to legislative cowardice to break quorum. This is, you have to have a certain number of elected representatives in order to get votes through, just before a scheduled special session that would have cemented the new congressional map. In their desperate attempt to stop the vote, the runaway lawmakers fled across state lines to Chicago, where they were being sheltered and advised by none other than far-left Governor Pritzker himself. This marks the second time in recent years the Texas Democrats have pulled this unconstitutional stunt. I don't think it's going to stand. Texas Democrats confirmed that they've left the state to break quorum. We're not walking out on our responsibilities. We're walking out on a rigged system. It's amazing. When Democrats create congressional shapes that look like this, which is so much more of an abomination than this. Whatever you think of this map, which is an amazing map, I think. This is a literal abomination. They're going here to this area right here. I'm not sure if you can see all the little blue squiggly lines there. Every single district in Chicago. Chicago is the most gerrymandered effing place on planet Earth. They have carved up 9 Democrat seats just from Chicago alone. This is why Illinois is losing 3 seats actually in the next census. Texas Democrat flee. It's not going to last, by the way. This is FAFO time. Texas Democrats fled the state. Ken Paxton vows to have them arrested. We should use every tool at our disposal to hunt them down. They think they're above the law. Democrats in the Texas House try and run away like cowards. They should be found, arrested, and brought back to the Capitol immediately. They're breaking quorum. Ken Paxton has stated plainly, if they do this, they will be arrested. F around and find out. Democrats in the House will try and run away like cowards. They should be found and arrested immediately. We should use every tool at our disposal to hunt them down. They think they're above the law. Jasmine Crockett says Texas legislature asked her to confirm her address. Texas redistricting map has now destroyed Jasmine Crockett. It's great. Here's the Texas GOP statement on this. Let's just read the top line here. The Texas Democrat Party's latest stunt to cut quorum is nothing more than a transparent attempt to weaponize chaos and rewrite reality. Texas Republicans are working to ensure fair and lawful redistricting that reflects the will of Texas. Democrats are choosing obstruction over representation, denying voters. Democrats have been doing this for so long, and now it's just like Republicans that are up on their game, and they're losing their minds over it, right? There's no such thing as a Democrat district. Every Democrat district is either so inflated by criminal aliens or redistricted to within an inch of its life, gerrymandered within an inch of its life, right? There's no such thing as a Democrat district that just looks like a square. That's where I'm from Iowa, where the congressional districts are just squares, right? They just look exactly like 4 congressmen just split it up like a chessboard, right? Yeah, like a checkers board. Texas Attorney General Paxton warns Democrats will be arrested and hauled back by law enforcement. Here are the actual photographs. Here they are. House Democrats boarding a private jet. Private jet. Look at that. Commuter Air. Commuter Air. I wonder how much that costs. That's a very expensive jet. That's a very big jet. I support the immediate arrest of those rogue lawmakers who fled their duties, says Attorney General Ken Paxton. Radical Democrats are spitting in the face of every Texan who swore to represent this cowardice and dereliction of duty. They should face full force without apology. Well done, Texas. Well, get ready for videos like this. Get ready for these guys on their private jet making these mewling, dumbass videos. People like Harry Sisson cheering it on. Gavin Newsom is so desperate to distract from his record destroying California. You don't know the difference between boys and girls, so I'm not shocked that you missed the fact that witch hunts against me all failed and were politically bogus. Look at this. Yeah. Texans are furious at Democrat lawmakers. We're given the ability to set up an escape plan to Illinois and break quorum, blocks a vote on redistricting. We had quorum Wednesday. Then they adjourned until Monday. Long weekend, 4 full days to set up a travel stunt. Everyone who voted to adjourn for the long weekend, Democrats could collude with Hakeem Jeffries, complicit in this. Had the House stayed in session, Republicans would have locked the Democrats down and blocked them from escaping. Fired the sergeant at arms. Yep, here we go. Look at this. Bunch of just dumb slobs getting on their private jet. Oh, I'm heading out. Oh, I'm the next civil rights leader. Yeah, no. Here we go. Ironic to see Democrats are abandoning their jobs in Texas over redistricting by traveling to Illinois. The Democrat-drawn congressional map in Illinois overperformed in favor of Democrats by 30 points. Wow. Compared to only a 7-point Republican advantage in Texas under the current map. Heaven forbid we come closer to leveling the playing field. Yeah, that's right. Overperforms by 30 points. Okay. Well, this is your new drama for the week and your new stupidity. But I will look forward to the arrests. They will be very fun to watch. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.